Hello, Robotics Notes fans. I'm still a little sick. It's been a long day, and I'm recording this just before I go make dinner at 2:55 a.m. Let's load the save data. Whew. I had the feeling things have gotten hotter since the typhoon passed through. I wipe sweat off my cheeks and sit in the middle of the runway. Achoo should be in the middle of building the robot in the hangar, supposedly. Didn't hear the details of what specific work she was doing, but yeah. Either way, I'm gonna be staying far away from all that. Achoo and Subaru can handle it. My back is still sore from the Metal Tower adventure, so I'd prefer to have stayed home and played KB. But I still gotta read Kimijima Report number 2 since yesterday. I've had mixed feelings about it. I want to read it, but there's a part of me that'd prefer to stay ignorant. Fine, I'll read it. I make sure to confirm that nobody is around before opening up my phone droid. The secret organization that put pressure on NASA is made up of only 300 people who control the world from behind the... What'd I say? Still sick. Behind the scenes, their existence is said to be a mere rumor, but let me be perfectly clear. The Committee of 300, the Invisible Rulers, exists. The Committee of 300 consists among governments, organizations, police, military, nobility, and banks from all over the world. They control all of the necessary mediums to construct a society, including, and of course, NASA. Oops. And yes, they were behind the covering up of the Ulysses project. It was a piece of cake for them to edit the official statements from NASA. In 1994, there was big news when the Tavistock Institute and NASA announced a joint project. And yes, Tavistock is controlled by the Committee of 300 and is known as a brainwashing institute. According to the official documents, Tavistock is connected to organizations in multiple countries and broadcasts propaganda every day. As I said, they focus on brainwashing, but it's impossible to tell because the brain isn't aware of when it's being brainwashed. Suddenly, it becomes a slave to one world order. This is the committee's goal. Few people in the world know about the Human Ranch Project. It exists and is still in progress. Most likely a prototype version of the project is being tested all over the world. The experiment is secretly and certainly ongoing. It is not somebody else's problem. Beware of Kagame Kagame. The song is like a symbol to them. Wherever they experiment, the song will certainly be heard. The Human Ranch Project has been the sole goal of the Committee of 300 for over 100 years. They wish to shrink the world's population to about 1 billion people. It is currently 6 billion in 2009. And make them slaves that serve the elite until they die. It is their revolution toward one world order. The billion people will be used as slaves, will not realize they are enslaved due to propaganda. Rather, they might even thank their rulers. I created Irie to investigate the activity of the Committee of 300, a bot that collects any kind of information that is related to the keywords Committee of 300. Recently, there has been an abnormal amount of feedback from the Shibuya area. The earthquake could have been one of the experiments too. It is questionable if I will live to analyze the collected information. Just like that, my throat is bone dry. I gulp in an attempt to relieve the pain. The Committee of 300, the Tavistock Institute, the Human Ranch Project. All of this nonsensical conspiracy theory mumbo-jumbo means nothing to me. It's unrealistic. I can't say I'm remotely interested in any of it. But there is one particular bit that draws my attention. Kagame Kagame. Those words popped up randomly in the middle of this mess. And it's because of them that I can't dismiss the report as conspiracy nonsense. I literally just heard the nursery rhyme the day before yesterday. In that creepy room on the first floor of the town hall, there was a cassette where Kagame Kagame was recorded on it. It's as if Kokamijima 10 years ago is reading my mind. Well, well. What the hell is up with Kagame Kagame? Did the Committee of 300 put pressure on worldwide phone droid distributors so they could pre-install the ringtone? And then they went through all the trouble of making that weird call at once? Pretty tame as far as propaganda goes, and I certainly don't feel like I've been brainwashed. What exactly is the perpetrator's goal? Junshan seemed familiar with Kagame Kagame. Plus, Irie, or I guess Gejine, is supposedly a bot that auto-searches for the term Committee of 300. Irie-chan, are you there? There's a slight delay between when I call for her and when she appears. Hi, hi! Would you like to hear the weather forecast? Nah. Oh, okay. It's honestly kind of weird that she responds to me so quickly. Does that mean she's always wandering nearby? She can move about freely within a 109.3 meter radius of my phone droid, so it'd be nice if she ventured out a bit. I guess it's not like she's physically close or far. Maybe she can reply quickly regardless of where she is. At any rate, as long as I don't have Iruro running, she won't talk to me. It's not that bad. I tap on Irie to summon Gejine. Switching to Gejine mode. Tell me about the Committee of 300. Error. You do not have permission to access that information. I hit her straight on, but she immediately shoots me down. Please seek permission from Master in order to access this information. Master isn't around anymore. Only phone droids that obtain login permission may access this information. So you're not going to tell me anything? The Committee of 300 and their true nature is shrouded in mystery. Even Gejine does not have a complete understanding of them. Do you know who the members are? Gejine predicts that there is a high turnaround rate among the lower ranking positions. However, it is possible that this is incorrect due to the fact that there are too many self-proclaimed members. There are that many people calling themselves a committee member? Worldwide, as many as there are stars. Do you know exactly who those people are? Please seek permission from Master in order to access further information on this matter. I can't even get to the essentials. I've got nothing to go on here. You know, I've been thinking, you're pretty useless, Gejine. I apologize. However, Gejine prioritizes Master's instructions over being useful to you, Yashio-san. Fine. Closing Gejine. Big brother, where are you going after this? How about you go for a walk? After casually brushing off Irie, I close Itaro. If I can't get anything useful out of Gejine, I'll consult with our resident urban legend maniac. I'm just going to make sure to keep the reports on the hush. Unfortunately, set expert Juna is nowhere to be found. She's usually on the runway practicing a kata or whatever. Is she in the hangar? I'll give her a ring. Call Juna Daitaku. Yashio-kun, what's up? Where are you? The garage? It's a hangar, not a garage. Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm in the hangar. I'm on the runway. Can you come out here for a hot sec? Oh, or are you busy? Kinda. Oh, so Akio finally gave Juna a job she can do. Kai, if you want to talk, come over here. We're not far away. I'm good. Just come whenever you're free. I'll be waiting. Akio's not wrong, but I don't want others to hear our conversation. After about 15 minutes, Juna comes jogging out to the runway. Sorry about that. It's rare to see you not playing video games, right? If it were up to me, I'd just play games all day, but whatever. One moment, everybody. I'm back. Is it okay for you to be out here? Yeah, I'm alright now. What are you doing? Making a scarf. In the middle of the scorching hot summer? Oh, I get it. This is like how Misane would wear scarves in the summer. When Misane was a high schooler, there was a fad where folks would wear scarves in the summer and ride scooters. Misane said it got popular because it was cute, whatever that means. What do you mean, whatever that means? It means cute. Trying to bring back the old fad? Oh no, it's a scarf for Model 1-kun. Ah, that. Gunvero's long scarf is iconic. Or is it actually a pair of wings, or something else entirely? I have no clue. Akio mentioned a while back that she wasn't sure if we had the budget for the scarf, but I guess it worked out. Doesn't it have to be huge? Yeah, we're gonna have to stitch together a bunch of big cloths. I'm in charge of that. Huh, didn't think you'd be any good at this type of thing since you're the sporty type. Not really. I'm the only girl in the household, so I do chores like this all the time. I'm actually pretty good at sewing. Huh, well, color me surprised. Either way, I'm glad she has something to do now. She has an abundance of free time before. So, what did you want to talk about? Oh, yeah, I wanted you to tell me more about Kagame Kagame. Juna immediately seems to understand what I'm getting at. Her cheeks are looking a little flushed. Is this about the incident from the other day, right? I was super shocked. Even on the news, they're saying they have no idea what caused it. You talked about Kagame Kagame thing before the mass call, remember? Where the lyrics to the song are all sent out simultaneously like an earthquake warning. Yeah. Even that event is still shrouded in mystery. Why Kagame Kagame? Well, for example, in the Kago and Kagami means cage in Japanese. The mi means eye, so they mean eye of the cage. There's a theory going around that that's referring to a hexagram. A hexagram? Yeah, the Star of David. One theory is that Kagame Kagame is actually a cipher written by the Illuminati. What's that? It's a secret society that existed over 200 years ago. One moment. Again. Taking lots of moments from you guys. I hope you'll forgive me for all these moments I'm taking. Are they bad guys? In conspiracy theories, they're often referred to as the mastermind behind things, but I don't know the details. Do you think the Illuminati and Kagame Kagame are related? What's your opinion on that, urban legend expert Jun-chan? Well, they're just urban legends, so I don't think there's much credibility to any of them. Sorry for talking about the theories I'm not even confident about. Considering Kagame Kagame is a Japanese nursery rhyme, trying to connect it to the Illuminati is a reach. I get it. And how about the Committee of 300? Committee of 300. Looks like something's clicked. I've heard of it before. Seriously? Like where? I don't know the specifics myself, but remember the earthquake that took place in Shibuya 10 years ago? Shibuya. Shibuya was mentioned by name in the report number 2. Could this really be a coincidence? You mean the Shibuya earthquake? Yeah. Whenever people talk about it, I always have to bring up the various conspiracy theories around it. I get why. Everything about it was so strange. Shibuya was devastated, but everything around it was just fine. It's almost like it was directed specifically at Shibuya and only Shibuya. Impossible, right? There are rumors that maybe the earthquake wasn't a natural disaster. Tons of theories, really. Like what? That it was man-made? A black hole bomb? An earthquake weapon? A pulse attack? Or even that the chaos was camo for something else? People on the net are saying the Committee of 300 was pulling the strings. Pulling the strings, eh? Sounds like a lazy way of explaining things. People love pretending that there's some super secret society pulling the strings of the world. It's an easy scapegoat for whenever something happens. As long as they're the bad guys, people don't have to sweat the deets. But what Jin is saying does match up with the Kimijima reports. Do you know anything about the Tavistock Institute? Huh? No, I don't think I've ever heard of it. Huh, I figured you might not know something. Oh well. You gave me too much credit, Yashio-kun. To be honest, I don't actually think much about conspiracy theories. On the contrary, I think you know plenty. Hell, she gave me more work with than Irie did. Oh, why the sudden interest? Is this about the Kimijima report? Did you find another one or something? She's sharp as a tack. Or I'm just way too obvious. If you want to know the details, beat me in a match. So you're not going to tell me? Were you curious? A little. Kagame is something we've all experienced, so yeah, I'm curious. Same thing here, that's why I'm looking into it. That's all. Well, I guess I'll go grab a drink. This is my way of ending the conversation and making sure Jinna can't continue it any further. I feel bad for confusing her, but I really want to avoid mentioning the reports to people if I can. Akiho Sonomiya perspective time, gamers. Heave ho! I jack up the giant servo motor with an engine crane. It's hydraulic, so even a weak girl like me can lift up a 100-kilogram motor easy peasy. By the way, according to the previous president, the crane was rented from Kamada Motors about 5 years ago. They never asked for us to return it, so it's just been in the hangar the whole time. The motor itself is a Robot Clinic original. We got it delivered yesterday. It's a super sluggish motor that's been optimized specifically for torque since Gunbuild 1 is so massive. That said, Doc told me he had it made on the cheap, so the durability is kinda up in the air. Maybe we should have just accepted Jax's offer after all. Whew. We're all jacked up. The massive servo motor is about 30 centimeters off the ground. I'm planning on moving the crane from here to Gunbuild 1's lower body. The servo motor is going to be in the knee joint for the unfinished left leg. The problem is, it's gonna take a whole lot of effort to move this crane all the way there. I look around. No one else is here. Jin was here suing the star a second ago, but she went outside to talk to Kai. There's a lot of heavy lifting in our future, so we gotta work together. Not that they seem to care at all. Maybe I should act like a president for once. Good morning. Tsunoji-san pokes her head through the hangar entrance. She's waving to me with a smile on her face. Oh, hi. When I get up to greet her, she responds by giving me a big hug like it's no big deal. Whoa. I have no idea how to react to her sudden kindness. Tsunoji-san smells ever so slightly of sweat. Are you here alone, Akiho-chan? Where are the others? Tsunoji-san steps back and surveys the hangar. Akiho-chan? Feels kind of weird to be calling me that out of nowhere. But I don't hate it. Nobody's being cooperative. No matter how much I try, they refuse to come over and help out. Why? I remember his words. Smoothly whip out my glasses and place them over my eyes like always. I've become him. Because they're spoiled brats. Huh? Tenoji-san looks confused. How can she proclaim to want to support bipedal robot research when she doesn't even know who he is? Tenoji-san, do you watch much robot anime? Oh, did I upset you? Should I have responded with something like, it's 3 times faster? Oh, so you do know. Come on, you gotta give me a reaction next time. Can't believe you prompted the joke and then explained it yourself. You're so funny, Akiho-chan. I had a hunch when I first met her. When I met her the first time, but Tenoji-san can spit pure acid with a smile. My home is actually super close to Akihabara. When I was little. Whoa. I'm so jealous. Crap, I almost drooled for a second. But I digress. I'm actually here to continue our conversation from the other day. I take it you haven't had a change of heart. I haven't. Tenoji-san glances over at Gunbuild 1 lying in the hangar. You really want to stick to this robot? I do. It's the blood, sweat, and tears of every single robot club member. Someone bled? Oh, I'm just kidding about that part. I don't really think she'd latch onto that. Have you ever considered further modifying Model 1 into something more polished? Even at this stage, you've already gone pretty off the rails from the original design. I know that Gunbuild 1 is a wonky robot, I do. It's like a house that had extensions built upon extensions upon extensions. Jin said it was like a Winchester mystery house. It's a mansion that had so many extensions it's lost its function as a house and became more of a maze. Gunbuild 1 is no different. We weren't able to build it according to the plans, and I felt pretty bad about it. We had a tight budget, so we made do with whatever parts we could get our hands on. We're just high schoolers. With our limited knowledge, we tried making the walking robot and ended up different from the OG design. So I really want to avoid making any more changes to it. Because despite how much has been altered, Gunbuild 1 still has the DNA of the original Gunbuild project. 9 years worth of passion resides in that metal exterior. Completing him is my mission as the president of the Robot Club, and my own personal dream. Things have changed quite a lot in the last decade when it comes to giant bipedal robots. Technology has advanced greatly. If we utilize today's technology, you can make an even better robot. If you're gonna make one anyway, why wouldn't you want to make it do more than just walk? Ugh. I reflexively groan. More than just walk. I want to. I really do. I want to see Gunbuild 1 move gallantly like Prez did during Robo 1 with Kai at the controls. God, no, I'm falling for your tricks. I'm completing Gunbuild 1 no matter what. I won't be tempted by your sweet nothings. I see. Tenoji-san lowers her shoulders in disappointment. But it isn't long before she regains her usual perkiness and smiles. By the way, if you do decide to stick with Gunbuild 1, you're still welcome to the facilities at TNSC. So just let me know if you ever need to use them. I'm truly grateful for her offer, but I don't have the guts to accept it. I already rejected her kindness twice in a row. Am I just being stubborn? Would everyone be more willing to cooperate if we were making a brand new robot? I'm groaning in front of the drink corner for 15 minutes. At the register behind me, Mizuki-san is sighing for what feels like the billionth time. If you're trying to steal, forget it. You'll look way too suspicious, she says to me while reading a newspaper. How rude. I'm really struggling with what to buy, okay? I'm a high schooler with a thin allowance. I have to be careful with where my 100 yen goes. I'm lying, of course. I'm actually debating whether or not I should ask Mizuki-san about the committee of 300. If I do, I'll end up having to tell her about the Kamijima reports. But whenever it comes to Kokamijima and Irie, Mizuka-san's reaction is kind of scary. So I'm conflicted about whether I should bring it up or not. But I can't afford to stand here and deliberate forever. To ask or not to ask. I take a peek at Mizuka-san again. The steamer off the side of the register enters my line of sight. In order to get this info, I'll have to eat one of those passion fruit buns. As it turns out, that's the deciding factor. Alright, I give up on asking Mizuka-san for now. Now that that's decided, my actions are swift and to the point. I grab a bottle of fruit sour melon, take it to the register. You sure look refreshed. Completely different from the look of dread on your face when you came in. I'm guessing you don't need any info then? I have no idea what you're talking about. Kai, what are you hiding? It's got nothing to do with you, Mizuka-san. You better not make me angry. She's terrifying. Her sharp gaze pierces through my body. I'm like a frog being stared down by a vicious snake. What did I do to deserve this death stare? I didn't even say nothing. Oh? Neitanoji enters the store while I'm still petrified. Yashio-kun, right? Good morning, or good afternoon? Oh, hi. Welcome. Are you from JAXA? Yep, I just arrived on the island the day before yesterday. Did you come here often, Yashio-kun? Yeah, I guess so. Saved by the bell. Thanks to Neitanoji's swift intervention, I've been freed from Mizuka-san's Medusa gaze. I was honestly about to cave and spill the beans. Akio-chan seemed kinda lonely. You should go help her. I'm just not into that sort of thing. More importantly, can't let this opportunity pass me by. I place some coins on the counter and pay for the drink and rush outside. There's a fancy bike parked in front of the store. It's one of those mountain bikes. Wait, don't tell me she biked all the way here from TNSC. That's a 15-kilometer trip, give or take. This can't be an easy ride. Are you interested in my bike? Neitanoji comes strolling outside. She's holding a sports drink. I try to bike about 50 kilometers a day. Truth be told, I really want to do 100. But at that point, I'd probably get confused over what my actual job is, hee-ho. You bike in that outfit? When I'm seriously biking, I wear a cycling jersey, but if I'm just gonna work up a light sweat, I don't bother. Want to try giving it a ride? Nah, I'm good. Come on, you don't gotta hold back. Oh, that reminds me. With everything that went on the other day, I didn't get to properly greet you. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Neitanoji sticks out her hand with no hesitation. I guess she wants me to shake hands. I'm not quite as on guard with her as I was before, but she still scares me a little. Keeping those thoughts to myself, I take her hand and shake it. Stop blushing, Kai. The automatic door opens. Mizuka-san pokes her head out to drop her zinger. Then she immediately vanishes. Was she watching the whole time? She's right. Your face is red. Tenoji-san inches closer to my face, still holding my hand. There aren't too many folks out here in the middle of nowhere that greet others with a handshake is all. I think Akio is probably the only one. Yeah, I bet folks in Tokyo say that too. My dad was raised in France, so I always thought this was normal. We also hug and rub cheeks when we greet people. What? I put my cheek on yours and then we rub them together. Oh, I've seen that in movies and stuff. Want to give it a try? I'll pass. Figured you'd say that. When I hugged Akio-chan earlier, she seemed really surprised. I'm kind of jealous. Of who? Akiho. Oh-ho, not the other way around. It's not quite a hug, but whenever she has an attack, I usually hold her by the shoulders, so... Nah, not really. So then, you should be more than fine hugging me, right? Neitsunoji starts getting fidgety like she really wants to give me a hug. If you want to hug me that badly, you have to beat me first. Then I'll be happy to oblige. Beat you? At Kill Ballad. Oh, the fighting game. The next time, let's fight. Oh, are you strong? I have no clue. I've never played before. I was into other fighting games for 4 or 5 years ago, she says with a sinister smile as she unlocks her bike. Anyway, I'll be dropping by again. Say hi to Akiho-chan and the others for me. And just like that, she blissfully rides off into the distance on her mountain bike. She's fast. Her acceleration is legit impressive. If she can ride that fast in those clothes, she must be a real pro. It's a long day. At the end of the day, I wasn't able to talk to anyone about the Committee of 300. It's not all that surprising considering I don't have many friends to begin with. Tried to look up info on the committee online, but all I found were vague info with sketchy sources, etc. I'm too on edge. I can't focus on KB. I'm winning, but I'm far from my A game. I'm even dropping combos. Before I read the report, I was on a roll this morning. What should I do? I considered publishing it online, but that just means more noise to sift through. Probably end up dealing with a bunch of trolls and armchair analysts. I get an idea, so I decide to write up an email. Start email app. My phone droid opens an email composition screen. Been a while. It's Kaito. I'm messaging you because I wanted to ask you a question. Not counting on you replying, but have you heard of something called the Kamijima Reports? I heard that you knew Kokamijima while he was still alive, so I thought you'd know something. Talk to Aki-chan sometime soon. Send this to Misaki Sonomiya, please. The message ended up being kind of blunt, but Misane is always down with that. Whether it's via email or phone call, Misane was always a straight shooter, and that's fine. It'll be fine. And I mentioned in the email I didn't expect her to reply. So then, why did I even send her a message in the first place? How many years has it been since the last email I sent Misane? Last one was probably when I told her I joined the robot club with Akiho. On the flip side, Akiho's apparently been messaging her very frequently. After hearing that she never got any replies, I figured it was a waste of time and just naturally stopped. Why doesn't Misane at least respond to her own sister? Is she that busy? Even with all the work she's up to, it'll only take 5 minutes to write something up. Or maybe now that she's in Tokyo, she's completely forgotten about this small island at a time. A call? Huh? I glance down at my screen to see who it's from. Misane? Can't believe my eyes. Connect. Misane! You've grown up so much since I last saw you, Kai. But why? Despite my confusion, I can't mask my joy. My face is lit up. I mean, she's basically my master. She's the rival that I have to beat one day. How can I not be happy that I'm talking to Misane for the first time in 6 damn years? A long time no speak. It feels extremely weird to be talking to Misane, who's been some 100 kilometers away from here. I read your message. Without so much as a greeting, she cuts right to the chase. I literally just sent that to you. I thought you didn't read any of our messages. I read each and every one of them. Akiho's too. I know Akiho will be thrilled to hear that. I'm also well aware that you haven't tried to get in contact with me for years now. If you were reading them, then why didn't you say so? I would have messaged you every day in that case. Okay, maybe not every single day. Anyways, there was something I wanted to ask you. Are you Tajirine... Kai? Misane cuts me off and casts her gaze on me. Oh, she's scary. When I was little, Misane and Mizuka-san were known for being terrifying when they were angry. Mizuki-san looks like she'd be scary when mad, but Misane usually smiled, and that gap made things worse. Plus, I was constantly bullied by her as a kid, so I'm conditioned to be scared of her in particular. Someone who only knows her as the PR person for X-Skill would wet their pants if they saw her true nature. Is that what you said? Is what you said in your message true? Yeah, I found it in Uchigaoka Park. Zuka-san told me that you know Ko Kamijima and Irie. Forget all of this. Huh? Forget the Kamijima reports. You mustn't search for them anymore. Understand? But why? Because this is something you can't get involved with. Promise me. You've got to give me a reason. If you get involved with this any further, you'll regret it. So forget everything you've seen. But can you at least... Ah. She hung up. What the hell's going on? And hell, it's been 6 years. She couldn't at least tell me how she's been? Even after becoming a working adult, she's as straight to the point as ever. You haven't changed a bit, Misane. There were so many things I wanted to ask her, like if she's Tajirine or if she saw us at Robo 1. Anyway. Forget everything, huh? I'll regret it if I get involved any further. Does that mean Misane is familiar with the Kamijima reports? Talk about a half-assed warning. This is just going to have the opposite effect on me. It's like she's asking me to keep digging. But more importantly, does she know something about Kokamijima's death? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is another episode of Robotics Notes Elite, like Animal Crossing. I will see you all tomorrow, August 3rd, for another one. And then another one and another one. It's gamer hours. I'm gonna go to bed. Just kidding, I'm gonna edit this. Goodbye. Nochio!